There was a question on the community about Jira Service Management, uh, whether it is suitable for MSP or not. Now, I am not really sure what exactly is MSP, but I'll read the question and I'll try to answer. And I quite like questions where people explain their requirements really well, and it is not only easy, but it also helps other possible potential users or customers or anyone who wants to use Atlassian tools. By looking at the question, they can also relate to it, and of course, people respond like I have responded here. So I thought I'll probably read this question and also at the same time explain and try to answer. Now, the question is Jira Service Management suitable for MSPs? Honestly, I don't know what MSP is, but if you look at the question, you will get a lot of clarity. Hello, we are a small company supporting the IT of our customers and dealing with IT projects. Our customers are always other companies. Okay, so basically, you provide support to other companies. Having personal, of course, agents, I guess, or maybe you're talking about your customers. Anyways, basically, what we are looking for is a solution that will allow us to have an email like IT support at mycompany.com that I will give to all customers to send requests to. So yeah, that is possible. Apart from, of course, your portal, you always have this possibility to configure emails where customers can send an email. Now there are 4 ways of raising tickets within Jira Service Management. Portal, of course, um, which is always preferred. Second is the email. Third is your agents can raise tickets on behalf of your customers. And finally, you also have the APIs. There is also one more way, I guess, which you can call like the fifth way, I guess. It's like the widget thing. That also is quite nice. I use widget on my website where people can raise tickets for me so I can respond to them. Now, the next question is add customers or companies and personal optional, okay, for each of them. Every company has a unique domain like customer1.com. So if a request comes from Joe at customer1.com, the system will accept it as coming from customer one. So this is also possible. So there is a concept of organization and there is also a concept of customer, and customers can be part of organization if you want to configure that. The good thing is that when you receive a ticket, let us say if you receive a ticket from a customer with an email like joe at customer1.com, you can actually configure the organization field automatically using the automation rules. So using automation rules, you can do that. Let me very quickly try to show you how it is done. I'll not configure the whole rule, but let me give you a glimpse of how this can be done. This can be achieved. So if you create a new automation rule, I will try to wait for this to load completely. Jira on cloud is not really fast as compared to server, but I understand it is on cloud. So I guess my server is somewhere on a different continent. It is still loading, but let us go back to the third question. So agents, our staff should be able to enter maintenance work they do or phone request. Now, maintenance work is something that, I mean, when you say work, first of all, define work. Are you talking about updating a field, or are you talking about maybe changing the status, or maybe adding a command? Uh, I guess what you're talking about is some kind of a workflow status. In Jira, in case you don't know, in Jira, for each and every issue or different issue types can have in Jira Service Management, they're called as request types if they are coming from customers. So basically, your request types, your issue types will have a workflow that defines the life cycle of your issue. So you can, usually in your Jira Service Management projects, you have uh, workflow statuses like acknowledge or investigation. So basically, you can configure your workflow to reflect the actual work that you're doing, and and this is of course one way of capturing it. or you can of course always use the time tracking field to update the actual time you spent. So let me try to show you the rule that I was talking about. So if you, let us say, want to do something like maybe edit an issue, and if you're talking about Jira Service Management, you will have this field called organization. Now you can then select here that use reporter's email address to configure the domain. I mean, to configure the organization based on the domain of the email address. So this is of course there for you, but you can always use smart values to do a bit more advanced routing of your tickets. So this can also be done. Talking about having different contracts with each customer, working hours, SLA. So yeah, that is possible. You can have SLAs based on organization field. So if you are serving an important client, your SLA rules will be different. Keep track of time needed to resolve every request. So yeah, you can always track time. You can do time tracking. You can, your agents can enter the time they spent. And of course, when they have this value updated in the Jira issue or ticket, this can be used for reporting. And of course, the last question is have reports about time spent for every customer in a time period, as well as detailed reports and reports about tickets resolved by each member of our staff and time spent. Do you think Jira Service Management is a suitable solution? Yes, definitely. So talking about reporting, so first of all, you have some reports that are there for you within Jira Service Management. So if you look at maybe any Jira Service desk within your, of course, cloud instance. And by the way, what I recommended to this user is that create of course, Jira is free for standard, like the free version is there. Set up a new project with IT service management. I think there is a template called IT service management. So you can use this template to get familiar with all the features. And if you look at the reports that you get out of the box, you have reports like workload. Of course, in this case, it is just me. But when you have different agents, you can see per agent the work that they are doing. And you have reports talking about satisfaction. So there is a concept of customer satisfaction, requests deflected by the knowledge base. So there is a knowledge base that you can use. You have other custom reports, and you can always build your own custom reports within Jira Service Management, like created versus resolved, time to resolution, SLA met versus breached, incidents by priority, SLA success rate, service request, problems by priority, change by type, and time to approve, normal change. These are of course some of the reports on this particular chart, and it is quite useful in my opinion, but I would recommend you to also take a look at the Jira dashboards, because apart from the standard Jira Service Management reports, you can always use your own custom dashboards with different gadgets. And there are some other possibilities. If you want to do like really good proper BI based reporting, you can use an app like EasyBI, or maybe you can use Jira REST API to pull the information from Jira and feed it to a tool like Power BI, for example. So in short, yes, Jira Service Management is really suitable for your requirements. And thank you very much for explaining the requirements, your needs properly. It is very helpful, not only for the person who is answering, but also for the users who might be looking for something similar. And that is all I wanted to talk about in this video. And by the way, I have plenty of videos on Jira Service Management that I created, last year. I talked about different templates. I talked about how you can configure your own project. And do take a look at those videos if you want to learn how Jira Service Management works. And that is all I wanted to talk about in this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you also learned something new today. Thank you very much.